Hello, this is Darren. I'm now going to show you how to change around the layout of things like your clinical notes and your letters using the prompt suite. So you're happy with the content, but you want to make some changes. Go to the prompt area up on the dashboard and select which one you want to change, whether it be the initial, the follow-up, or some of the letters. Now let's go into the initial. Now, in this case, what I would like it to do, I would like it to actually break down a little bit more in terms of headers. So I'm now going to call this subjective and leave it as is. Now, without anything at the end, such as the colon, that will now populate a header. If I was to have the colon at the end there, it will populate a response. Now, if I wanted to change that to history of presenting complaint to be worded like that. Now, all I do is edit it before the colon, and then that will change the subheader. Following on from that, I'm giving it the context in these brackets to define how I want the answer to be populated. When I get into more broken down aspects, such as the initial examination, I can have endless numbers of predefined questions that I want the AI system to do. If I wanted to add in something like height, for example, I would just do the height and then put that in. Now, if I wanted that populated in centimeters or inches, I can just define how I want the response to be. I can populate something like weight, and that could be in kilograms or pounds. And then I can ask the system to automatically calculate BMI. Make the edits that you would like to see change. You can move, you can edit, use it in natural language. Really just throw out a question and feel free to move things around as you like. Now, the benefit of the new suite is that you choose a patient to test it again and then select the test button. This will populate two versions, being the one before the edit and then the one after the edit, and you'll be able to put them side by side to compare your changes. This is an ongoing process that we would encourage you to keep getting your prompts better in order to optimize the output of your clinical notes and your letters to understand the style that you would like. So on the left-hand side, you can see the initial prompt, and on the right-hand side, you can see the changes I made. I put it into the subjective. I've now gone through and I've added aspects into here. I've added the objective, height and weight are in there, but I hadn't asked them in the transcript. And then it goes down to the bottom and pads it out. I've now got my new prompt being their therapist concerns. So just a reminder, when you're actually in the prompt editing, simply ask what you would like as though you're asking a virtual assistant to help you out. It knows a lot of medical terminology. It knows things such as outcome measures. Now, if you were to do the same thing with regard to letters, you'll see here that I've now got a letter that I'm happy with, but what I aren't happy with is I don't really want the letter to include to the GP the patient concerns, and let's just call this something different and say, let's go prognosis. Now, I don't think I asked that in this examination, but we're changing that around. Now, again, select your patient to run that against, and you'll see the difference between the edits and the style between both sides. Now, it's padded things out a little bit differently. Now, I'm okay with that, but I actually want it in with headers. So let's now add in, please use headers. Just a simple command, and then I rerun the test. Let it process. Now, it is important to note that the more you enable this to reflect the way that you would communicate with your referrers or the patient, the more likely you are to be using this and the system to be seamless in its integration in your clinical care. So you can see, well, I'm looking at that and I'm a lot happier with the one on the right-hand side. Okay, well, I'm fairly relaxed. I'm actually running a sports team. I want the letters to be less formal and a bit more friendly. So let's just change the term friendly and concise. I don't want it to be any more than 150 words. And let's now see what that does. So now it's put down, again, a fairly short summary. And there's a lot difference in the tone through here. So you'll see the wording is more relaxed. But using the words up here, whether it be friendly or relaxed or professional, very much natural terms on how you would like to relate this to your referrers or your patients is the way to get this working well. So have a play around and let us know your feedback. We would love to hear more on how you can sort of get this to work for your system. If you have some absolute big wins, let us know. You will see over the next few weeks some other add-on functionality in this area. So we look forward to bringing those to you as well.